I'm Burble Mantequilla. We're jumping into a demo called Mindcop. And I think it came with warnings. Let me look. Mature rated video game that may not be suitable for some viewers. That's all it says. Okay. That's as much of a warning as I can give you because it's all the warning I've been given. We're jumping into Mindcop. And there it is. I'm hoping that its controller will see. Oh, there it is. Yes, it is. Ecstasy content warning. Yes, we will do this. Murder, domestic violence, loss of friends/family, depressions, paranoia, crippling illness. Okay. I think I can remember murder, domestic violence, depression, paranoia, do you know what? The only one I specifically know I need to heads up for is a certain method of suicide that I need to warn Marit if Marit shows up. So we're going to keep that in mind, but that's not listed. Okay. Play with gamepad, mouse, keyboard, even with mouse only. That's good because I don't enjoy playing with a keyboard.
This dream the other day. In the dream, I wasn't a cop. I was some downtrodden thug who had to steal to survive. An officer caught me and put me in prison, but it didn't end there. They also arrested you and everyone else who was close to me, and we were all placed in the same small prison cell. We couldn't get out, but on the other hand, everyone else couldn't get in. And it was such a relief. I'm telling you, it was such a relief.
I can arrest you if you want me to.
Not yet, Linda. We have work to do. How much longer till we're there?
10 minutes.
What? We're in the middle of nowhere, and you're telling me there's a town here in the mountains?
Not really a town. Only a few houses, I think.
Oh, great.
I love that you got a proper opening title. That was lovely. Okay. Okay, I don't have any of those buttons working for me yet. Please wait for us, Justine. I just want to meet with the officer at the crime scene, then head for the police station in the town and call it a day. I can't do that accent and voice, so I'm not going to. That sounded a bit too yeehaw. But he was a bit more hard-nosed city, wasn't he? Where do you want me to park the car, boss? Huh. The Mindmobile.
Aww.
What? Can we please call it the Mindmobile?
Huh.
You have to pay me extra for that. Just leave it right here. I'd be surprised if anyone cared. Okay, there I am. So I can look at notes now. Okay. Passing time currently not possible. Um. Oh my god, she opens her coat like a flasher. Press A next to a door to enter it. Visiting buildings will cost you time. You'll have to spend time up front at this location. The time cost is shown by the clock icon. The timer on the lower left side of the screen shows you how much time remains. I don't like timed stuff. The crime scene is in the other direction. I know, I just wanted to test you.
Aww.
Anything else? No. Enter the crime scene. Anyone here? Hello, you're on the Mindcop. I've heard so many tales about you. So I'm Officer Bartley. Welcome to Maryland Crater Camp.
Huh.
Linda, what color is his voice?
Oh.
It's blue.
Oh.
Blue.
Ooh.
Blue.
Aha!
It represents calmness and responsibility.
Huh.
Excellent traits for a police officer. Could I get your full name, please? Kenneth Bartley.
Ah.
Greetings, Officer Kenneth Bartley. I am Mindcop, and this is my assistant, Linda. Partner.
Huh.
I'm looking forward to working with you on the case. So what is this place? Merry what camp? Maryland Crater Camp. It's a tourist attraction centered on a big old rock thingy. Most people come here for hiking, but I guess some come here for the rock. We are pretty far off track here. Another hour away from the nearest town. During the season, the people who work here also live here. It's basically a tiny settlement. Is the body upstairs? I'd like to take a look. Yes, Yes, upstairs. Well, dramatic music.
Huh.
Here we go. B to enter inspection mode. In this mode, move your vision cone. I have a vision cone. With R, objects in your vision cone will light up and you can press RB to inspect them. Exit inspection mode. B again. Inspecting things costs time. Check the clock icon to see how much time the inspection will cost you. Oh, that's the walking one. Let's see. She looks pretty young, maybe in her late 20s. There's some kind of mark between her eyes, probably a birthmark. Multiple stab wounds to her stomach. I'd say at least 3 stab wounds, maybe more. There's too much blood. She definitely bled out if the stabs didn't kill her first. Doesn't look like we'll waste a lot of time searching for the murder weapon. The knife is rather big chef's knife. There's no brand name on it, probably one of the cheap ones. It was a frontal attack, so she definitely saw her attacker. However, there's no visible indicators of any kind of fight. No bruises, no broken fingernails. She even has long fake nails and they appear to be completely intact. If she did scratch the guy, there's a very high chance we'd find his DNA under these. Well, there won't be an autopsy report for at least 2 days. Science boys always take their time with these kinds of things. I can't move it anywhere else? Okay. Oh, now I have it. I have to walk over to it. Okay. It's a small workshop table with a cutting mat. There are various knives and scissors lying around, along with a bunch of maple leaves. These jars are filled with string lights. They create quite a nice crime scene mood in here. A post-it note. It reads 3 lamps for Judy and Michael. Encyclopedia by Lauren Pretz. Man, these books are dirty. The pages are filled with maple leaves. The floor, it's wet. Doesn't really smell like anything. It's a desktop PC. I could remove the hard drive and let someone search it later. It will surely take a while to remove it and I don't have to do it right now. Should I remove it? 15 minutes. This can wait. Let's have a look inside. A bunch of different lights. Electric lights, a lot of tea lights, other types of candles, and a few candy bars. Bunch of empty glass jars, nothing exciting up there. Oh, look at that. A handwritten note. It reads, "It's time, Blondie. $10,000. Pay up this weekend or else." Ominous. The handwriting on here doesn't match the handwriting on the post-it note. Let's keep this. Oh God. I'm trying to get this. It's so awkward. The glass front of the frame is holding maple leaves in place. It seems like a random arrangement of leaves to me. We're all right? It's a calendar. It's list birthdays, waste collection dates, and a hostel guest's arrival dates. Rebecca's own birthday was only about a week ago. The day of the murder doesn't have any notes. There are 3 entries for this week. For Friday it lists Sean's birthday. For Saturday, EOS party. Road trip with Adam on Sunday. Doesn't seem like she was planning on dying. Not sure, but this is probably the same handwriting as the one on the post-it. Let's look at this. It's a glass jar with maple leaves glued onto the glass from the inside. There's a tea light inside of it. I suppose it looks kind of pretty. Let's keep this one. Might come in handy next time I need a birthday present for someone. It goes into her mouth. That animates that the jar just went into her mouth. Let's make her flash her coat at us again. Lantern note. Okay. Oh. Painting of the sky on a stormy night. I like it. It's simple but full of expression. Surrealist landscape painting. Strange creatures are bathing in the green body of water in front of a crimson desert full of colossal towers. Not exactly the kind of painting I would put on my walls. Why are you pulling a Gormless face? Huge pile of cardboard boxes. At first glance I could see a few bowls, some Christmas decorations, a tennis racket and 3 vacuum flasks. Going through all of these boxes would take me quite a while. I could do it some other time. Should I do it now? Phew. What a giant waste of time. Most of it's random junk, seasonal decorations, bed sheets, books, office supplies, curtains, rags, care products, tools, and old decorated kitchen jars. I guess the mere fact that all of this is just kept in boxes in a corner of the room should be noted. Press A next to suspect to Press A next to a suspect to open the interaction menu. Here you can pick one of 3 options: question, mind served, and arrest. However, you'll always need to pick questions first. After you've completed your first questioning of a subject, the other 2 options will be available. MC, are you done? Justine will be mad if we let her wait for hours. Justine is always mad. Besides, she's getting paid for waiting. Let's just come back tomorrow. It's late. Your time ran out. Normally this would automatically end the current day, but you haven't finished a prologue, so you'll get some extra time. You won't be able to spend this extra time on inspecting the crime scene, but don't worry, you can come back tomorrow if you want to. Alright, I'll wrap things up. Let me have a word with the officer. Question Kenneth. So, do your thing, Officer Kenneth. Which is apparently really caressing his moustache. Bartley. What? Well, your thing. Tell me what happened. You're in charge here, yes? Oh, yes. Yes, I'm in charge. The chief is on vacation, so now I'm in charge here. So yes, I'm doing the thing. Mind showing me your police ID real quick? No, of course not here. Well, this is her house. Her name was Rebecca Goodman. Her housemate found her last night at 1 a.m. and I arrived here at 2 a.m. As I said, it takes quite a while to get here from town. The housemate said that she was still alive at 8 p.m. when he left the house. If that's true, someone probably broke into the house during that time and surprised her. The forensic scientist they sent hasn't arrived yet, so apart from the housemate and myself, nobody has entered the crime scene. Where's the housemate now? Staying at the hostel. I told him to take a bed there until things are resolved. They are in charge of the hostel anyway. Well, Rebecca was in charge, I think. Adam is just usually running the bar. His name is Adam. Yes, sorry. Adam Gray, I think. Notice the floor next to the body is wet. Any ideas? The floor? Oh, that's not important, I think. I don't know. Do you know what an EOS party is? Doesn't ring any bells. Any witnesses? If I had any witnesses, I would have told you by now. Feel free to ask the neighbours if they heard anything. You haven't done that yet? As I told you, I don't exactly have a big team at hand. I spent my whole day at the parents' house trying to explain to Robin that her daughter has been killed. I don't think she got the message. Why not? And what about the dad? Paul doesn't speak. He's in a wheelchair and Robin takes care of him. She, however, I think she lives in her own world now. After the basic questioning, you can choose to discuss other topics or stuff you found through your investigation. It will cost time. Talk about a topic. Talk about Paul's condition. Can you tell me about Paul's condition? I don't really know any details. He's in a wheelchair and he doesn't talk, as far as I know. He doesn't talk at all, not even sometimes. As far as I know, he doesn't. He hasn't whenever I was there. Do you see him often? Oh yes, Robin, his wife, is the whole reason I come here regularly. She believes a group of masked criminals are after her skin or something. Robin is terrorised by masked burglars. It's hogwash. Anyway, I see Paul quite often because of that whole deal. Talk about how Robin is terrorised by masked burglars. You mentioned Robin is having trouble with a gang of masked burglars. Well, she's certainly quite troubled. She calls the station all the time because the burglars have supposedly returned yet again. We can't just ignore her calls, and you can guess who gets the honour of checking on her every time. As he says, "Is it you?" "Yes, it's me. I've not seen any burglars or real signs of a break-in." She names things that are missing each time, but it's just a bunch of junk nobody would ever want to steal. The way she describes the burglars is like the perfect cliche of a band of thieves. It's all bogus if you ask me. I found this in the trash can. It reads, "It's time, Blondie, $10,000, pay up this weekend or else." Or else what? It doesn't say, it's just or else. You sure this is serious? Couldn't it be something trivial? I mean, who writes threats like that? Well, she has been murdered, so this could be an or else I kill you kind of scenario. I don't have another topic, do I? Can you tell me anything about this thing? It's a lantern? I think she sells these online. Rebecca? I think Rebecca sells these online. Sold. There's nothing. You've unlocked all 3 options for the interaction menu. After the prologue, it will be up to you what to do next. But for now, please continue with the mind surf. MC, it's really late. No more snooping around for today, okay? Oh, alright, fine. Not yet. Let's take a look into the mind of the officer. Mind surf Kenneth. Welcome to Mindsurf. Don't worry, you can just watch for now. I was kind of overwhelmed then. I was like, am I supposed to do something? While the Mindcop is slowly surfing towards the finish line, the ejection counter will count down to 0. Once it reaches 0, the target's mind will eject the Mindcop and the Mindsurf will fail. Mind bullets will be shot at the brain in one of the 9 lanes. When the mind bullet hits the brain, it creates a tear and a mind cloud of the same colour will emerge. Oh my word. When you get 3 mind clouds of the same colour in a line, you will score points. This will delay the ejection counter and help the Mindcop reach the finish line. Each time you match 3 mind clouds, a mind bullet will be shot at the centre of the brain. You'll be able to use this to help line up mind clouds in new ways. You can make matches vertically, horizontally, and diagonally. It's doing it without me. Time to control. Press LT and RT. Right, those ones, the triggers, to rotate the brain. a double. Oh crap. Okay, we got that. I did that wrong. Ah! I've been kicked out. Served. Hey, Topanga. Welcome to the Sea of Thoughts. These 3 doors are your window into this person's mind. What you see here can be a memory, but it can also be a thought or just an abstract manifestation of an emotion. Truth, uncertainty, lie. The truth door shows you something that is, at its core, a truth about this person. The lie door will always show you something that isn't true. And the uncertainty door sometimes behaves like the truth door and sometimes like the lie door. Let's have a lie. Oh, God. Let's have a lie. Mindcop Grand Fan Club meeting. You there? Nice Mindcop costume you've got going there. Now you need to practice your moves. I can't look through it. What's going on? Want to take a pic with me? Hello, good man. Welcome to the annual Mindcop fan club meeting. Interested in buying a Mindcop fan shirt? So you guys all really like the Mindcop? Yeah, man. You don't have to be shy, not here. Here we are all united in our fandom. Okay, I'm getting the gist of it. Sharing our love for the man we idolise, chatting about all the cool things he does, and buying neat fan shirts for only 25 bucks. This is what it's all about. Okay, cool. Bye. So this is a lie. So does this mean he hates us? Oh no, oh no, no, no. Oh God, oh no, God no. Rebecca! That's why the floor's wet. He puked and cleaned it up. Oh shit, oh shit. I should clean this up, right? New topic. Kenneth threw up at the crime scene. Idiot. There's a bunch of footprints in the blood. Let's see. The victim is wearing socks, but there are also these shoe sole prints. They aren't small, they're more likely to be men's shoes. The print shape isn't really all that helpful. Could be hiking shoes, maybe rubber shoes, or simply running shoes. I'm honestly not an expert on shoe soles. Anyway, I should memorize these prints. Someone other than the victim walked through the blood. Their shoes left these prints. Who are you? Who, me? I'm the killer. What? Oh, yes. I am the one. The one that killed that poor girl. Oh, what a tragedy. Oops. Now I've told you. Now I'm done for. Game over. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do to me? It seems to me you're shaking in fear. Shut up. Are you going to do anything? Is there anything you can do? Do something. Arrest me. Wah! Hee hee. Help me, please. Why are you talking to me? I'm not a person. Well, that was informative. Is that supposed to suggest that he found the killer but didn't act and they got away? Upgrade your mind bullets. Choose a colour to upgrade bullets so this colour will be more effective. Well, I like purple. Upgrade this mind bullet. Talk about topic. Talk about Kenneth throwing up. Let's talk about how you threw up all over the crime scene and then cleaned everything up. What? What? How? I've seen many officers tossing their cookies over old and rotting corpses, but this is ridiculous. The blood! Still, that's not the worst part of this. The worst part is you decided to clean up the fucking crime scene. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mess with any evidence, I swear. I just cleaned up. I just cleaned up the puke. You're wrong about that. Also, don't act like this is just a minor mistake. Anything else you might want to tell me? No, listen, I know I fucked up, okay? I've told you about everything else. I did. Look, can you maybe keep quiet about this? I'm not here to have anyone lose their job. I'm here to find a killer. Make sure to tell me everything from now on. I will. Okay, Linda, I'm done for today. We're leaving. 1 hour later, the police station in the nearest town. You must be that Mindcop fella. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Amelia. With the big boss gone, I'm currently the one running things here. It's my pleasure to meet you, Amelia. I'm the Mindcop, and the lady sitting over there is my partner, Linda. Look, I'm sure you hope for a bigger station, but this place is actually overstaffed considering how small and quiet it is here in Timevale. Anyway, if there's anything you need from us, just ask me. And if you need to arrest someone, feel free to use our cell. Cell as in one cell singular? Just like brain cells. Ah, yes, there's only one cell. What do you have when you arrest someone? What do you do when you have to arrest someone but there's already someone in the cell? Well, it never happens. And in the rare case it does happen, we simply release the person already in the cell. Jesus! I mean, we're talking about people who drank a little too much, not murderers. Well, maybe now we should be talking about murderers. Let's just hope it's only one murderer. In books, it's usually one guy who ends up being the mastermind behind everything. In books. Linda, this lady's voice, what colour is it? Pink? Pink, the colour of affection and care. Amelia, would you describe yourself as a particularly kind and caring person? No. Okay. Notes keep track of suspects' locations and topics for you. You can also use it to look up tutorial messages and to revisit the sea of thoughts for your characters you successfully mind-surfed. Victim, Adam's housemate, Robin's daughter, Paul's daughter, found Rebecca in Adam's house. Question, mind-surfed, age 40. Okay. Oh, that shows me that my purple's got boosted. Kenneth truth, Kenneth uncertainty, Kenneth lie. So it just does it again, but faded. Oh, so we've got to do this again. Okay. So you get a full reminder of everything. That's okay.
Huh.
Recap time. Recap time. What's your feelings about all this? I don't know. She's pretty. I mean the victim. Not the type you'd expect to get murdered in her own home.
Oh.
Really? What kind of murder would be more fitting with her type then? I don't know, vanishing without a sign and being found dead in the woods years later.
Huh.
Okay, you say I'm the morbid one. We're getting sidetracked. Either somebody broke into her home or she knew the murderer and let them in. I can't think of at least one or other possible scenario. Let's not focus on conclusions like that yet. Tell me, what do you think about Kenneth? I don't like him.
Oh.
Why? I don't know. It's his vibe, I guess. He seems like the kind of guy you can't rely on, which sucks because he's a cop. Harsh. Is it? I don't think so. Well, maybe. Can I rely on you then? Of course, MC. You need something done? Not today. Get some rest. Okay, thanks. Do you want to do some mind surf training? Okay. So we get to practice this again. Okay. There we go, that will do it. Oh, crap. There's a yellow one. There's a yellow one. Yeah, there we go, yellow. We'll leave those two. Okay, we'll leave that. We'll get yellow. We'll leave it. We'll wait. Okay, we'll leave that. We'll leave that. Okay. I upgraded purple. Didn't get any purple. Oh, they're all chained up. Sorry if that was too easy, MC. We're done for today. End of the line. How do you feel?
Huh.
Great. That was good. Thanks, Linda. We can do another session tomorrow. Amelia, what can you tell me about Officer Bartley? Kenny is pretty useless as an officer, but on a more personal level, I guess he's bearable. He usually keeps to himself, which I like. So am I... Why would I want to snoop around at the police station? Maybe it's time to go to the hotel and call it a day. Okay, Linda, I'm going to the hotel. See you tomorrow.
Well, I can certainly be too good at my job. If I stopped too much crime too fast, I'd need a new job, wouldn't I? Being too good at your job can be a huge problem, you know. If Robin Hood steals too much money from the rich and gives it all to the poor end up becoming the rich. And now my boy Robin would have to steal from them and give it all back to the new poor, formerly rich people, undoing all of his work, until, of course, someday it shifts again. It's an endless cycle of Robin Hoodery.
MC, that makes no sense. He's supposed to stop when everything is balanced, and so are you. Your jobs would then become keeping the balance.
Yeah, I guess. But keeping the balance just sounds boring. Also, not being able to get wealthier than other people would fuck up society, wouldn't it? You know what's not boring? Crime and justice.
I got 7 minutes this time. Oh look, Linda, it's a proper welcome party this time.
Ha!
Hello, I'm the Mindcop and this is my partner Linda. Oh, good to meet you two. I've heard great things. I'm Joshua Donovan. You can call me Josh. That's what everyone calls me. Notes icon will light up whenever characters you question come up in dialogue. X to bring out your notes on them. I've heard you've already met Officer Bartley and this is, I'm so sorry, what was your name again? My name's Mary Sayson. They sent me here to do forensics. I was on my way to the crime scene, but I thought I'd take my chance to introduce myself to you guys first. If I or the guys in the lab find something, I'll get back to you. But feel free to seek me out if you have a question or need my expertise. Lovely, pleasure to meet you all. You an officer too, Josh? Oh no, sorry, I'm the owner of Marilyn Crater Camp. That also makes me the employer of a lot of people living here, including Rebecca. Anyway, the terrible news has of course spread quickly throughout the camp. And I've told everyone to stay at least 5 more days until we've hopefully figured out what happened. You must know the season is basically over now. Normally after we have our little end of season party, most folks will simply leave this place until next year. I can't make people stay forever, you know.
Aha!
That's quite alright. 5 days is more than enough for me to solve this case. Thank you very much for your cooperation. It's appreciated. Okay, that's good to hear. Do you already have a lead? I'm sorry, but if I did, I couldn't tell you. Just let me handle everything. Oh, and Mary, if I find any important evidence that needs further inspection from a lab, can I bring it to you? Of course, but one at a time, please. You'll find me at the crime scene. Ah, yes, about that. The blood patterns on the floor there. I might have accidentally erased some of them when I spilled my drink yesterday. Very stupid of me, I know. They are kind of ruined now. Well, that's awfully unprofessional. Totally. I hope you know that I'll have to put that in my report. I mean, no offence, but none taken. Put it in your report. Don't worry about it. Is that all? Are we done here? Josh? No, I think that's all. Oh, if you haven't already, you probably want to talk to Adam. He's Rebecca's housemate and the one who found her that night. Officer Bartley probably mentioned this, but Adam will stay in the hostel for now. This should make things easier for you. Thanks. I've said all I can, but I'll stick around if you guys have questions. Of course, we don't have to do that now if you have other things planned. It's up to you. I'm always available. For most of the day, you can find me in my caravan. It's hard to miss. Okay. You have 5 days to find the killer to win the game. The killer must be held in jail at the end of the last day. This task is challenging, so don't be discouraged if you find it difficult to piece everything together. For those who enjoy taking notes, now will be a good time to start, but it's not necessary to enjoy the game. Arresting a suspect will always end the current day and cause the Mindcop to drive back to the police station. You can only hold one suspect at a time in the station's jail cell. Suspects will stop cooperating when they or their loved ones get arrested. Trash bag in a bag holder stand. Luckily the bag is see-through. Don't have to dig through the bag to see it's only filled with empty food packaging and paper towels. So there's a little bug crawling on the wall. Bunch of paper towels and tissues next to a box of cleaning supplies. Dish drying rack with frying pan, set of salt and pepper shakers. Trash can with single-use paper towel in it. I don't want to waste too much time in a kitchen. Door is locked. Question. Hello, officer. What do you want to know? Let's start with your name. I'd also like to see your ID. My name is Adam Gray, my ID. Here.
Ah.
Thank you.
Huh.
I am the Mindcop. Nice to meet you. Tell me about yourself. Do you work here at this camp? I do. I help out the hostel and the bar. I also sometimes make my own absinthe for the bar, but it's been a while since the last batch.
Ah.
So you were living with Rebecca, right? Yes, during the season I was staying in her house. After her parents moved out, she thought the house would be too big for only one person. It was a good arrangement. Can you please describe the events of Monday night for me, in order and if possible with estimates of when exactly things happened? Alright, once again. I left for the bar to meet with Josh at 8 p.m. Rebecca was at home doing some work on her lanterns. I don't think she had any plans for the night. She didn't look like it and she didn't mention anything. When I arrived at the bar, Josh was already there. Nobody else was at the bar with us. We talked about some personal stuff and I decided to go home at 1 a.m. Josh and Adam were at the bar. I locked the bar and both went straight home. Nothing was out of the ordinary. The door was closed. I assumed Rebecca was already asleep, so I quietly drank some water and went upstairs. When I saw her and all of that blood, the knife, I immediately rushed to her screaming at her. I was checking for any signs of life. She was very pale. I remember when I checked for a pulse, my hands were completely covered in blood. I think I blanked for a few minutes before I got up and finally called the police. I cleaned my hands in the kitchen sink and left the house to get help from Josh. I yelled his name and knocked on his caravan door for at least a minute, but he didn't respond. I resigned and sat in front of Rebecca's house to wait for the cops. I don't quite remember when the officer arrived, but it felt like an eternity. That officer told me to get whatever I needed from the house and move to the hostel for now. Did you recognize the knife? It's from our kitchen. Oh my, are you sure? We only have one big chef knife. It's not in the kitchen anymore, I'm pretty sure. See, this is what I picked up on. You said Josh didn't respond to your knocking. Do you know why? Josh told me he didn't hear me because of his earplugs. It's hard to wake a drunk man with earplugs. You were living in a house with Rebecca. What's the relationship the two of you had? Well, I didn't want everyone to know, so I kept this a secret from most in the camp, but we were a couple. At this point, it's probably an open secret anyway. I really don't want to elaborate, so if you could kindly not ask me about that anymore, it would be appreciated. There's a lot of stuff in boxes at Rebecca's house. What's up with that? Rebecca and I were planning to quit and move someplace else. I'm sorry. Any idea who could have done this? No. Any abnormalities in her behaviour you picked up on? No, not really. There was one thing that was on my mind. She started having these meetings with Sean. Sean and Rebecca were good friends, so I wouldn't normally think anything of it. However, I noticed that she tried to keep their meetings secret from me. She even lied to me about where she was going when she met with him. We both had a hard time opening up to each other, so I didn't confront her about it. Rebecca and Sean were meeting in secret. You told me Rebecca was meeting Sean behind your back. Can you give me an example? One time she told me she would go to work at the hostel and prepare the beds for our guests. I saw her leaving the building and going the other way, so I watched her. She went straight to the gift shop and I knew Sean was working that day. When I went to the hostel that evening, the beds still weren't made. Why didn't you confront her? Because I wanted to trust her. Talk about Josh and Adam at the bar. You told me you and Josh were at the bar from 8 till 1 on the night of Rebecca's murder. What did you discuss with Josh and how much were you drinking? We both had a few beers. Sure, Josh was certainly a bit tipsy by the end, but I have a pretty high tolerance. We talked a bit about his life in the capital and I asked a few questions about his caravan. I wasn't thinking about renting or maybe even buying a camp. Oh, I was thinking about renting or maybe even buying a camper trailer. Yeah, bring the note up again.
Huh.
We found this note in the trash at the room where Rebecca was murdered. What is it? Good question. A blackmail note? The use of Blondie here makes me think Sean might know something about this. Just a hunch, but I've heard him call someone Blondie. Okay. Talk about the footprints.
Huh.
Could you show me your shoe soles? Yeah, sure.
Aha!
It's a match. Wait, what? When you found Rebecca, you went up to her to check her pulse, right? Yes. Was there blood on the ground? I don't remember. I think so, yes. There was a lot of blood.
Huh.
I guess if I told you you left footprints in the blood, you probably wouldn't deny it, right? What? No, I told you both of my hands were covered. Covered with blood. Okay. Okay. Suspicious. Oh, a spacious sports bag. I can't just look through this with someone else in the room. Empty cabinet with a TV. A news broadcast is on. Hello, my name is Gary Rossman and this is my co-host Gracie Horton. Welcome to B Channel News. Welcome. The still ongoing eviction of Delamore Park precedes another incident when one of the protesters was heavily injured by an officer. The Bernardstown Police Department claims they haven't been properly trained for large-scale evictions and shift the blame to the company for refusing to hire a professional eviction team. They're talking about a big eviction in Delmore Park that's ongoing for a week now. Okay. Nightstand with a salt lamp. 2 drawers are both empty. Basket for dirty bed sheets. Yeah, I don't know if I need to inspect a toilet. Empty plastic laundry basket. Okay. Okay. It's a realist painting with some kind of clock in the centre. Can also make out some playing cards. Piece of wallpaper was used here to sloppily cover something up. Should I remove it to check what's hidden behind it? Yeah. Okay, let's see what they tried to hide. It's just a big ugly tear in the wallpaper. Makes a great deal of sense to hide this. Okay. Thanks for playing Mindcop demo. Continue the investigation on 14th of November. So that's out tomorrow. Oh my goodness.